Here we are, as we are, turning towards a period of practice. And as we begin this transition from the rest of our day into this intentional time of turning inward, we might take a moment to notice what's here right now, sensing and feeling this moment. Are you feeling exhausted or energized? Are you feeling warm or cool? Is the body feeling dense and heavy, contracted or open and spacious? Maybe none of the above, maybe a mix. There's no wrong answer here, just this curiosity. What does it feel like to be me in this moment? The felt sense. And as we begin to turn our attention inward, we might start to notice, is there something I might do to make myself a little more comfortable? Or something I might do to support myself in this moment? And perhaps it's making yourself cooler or warmer. Maybe adjusting the position that you're lying in or sitting in or standing in. Just noticing in this moment, what might we do to support ourselves? And as we make these adjustments, knowing that they're always available, there's no need to stay still during practice. Knowing that in every moment of your practice, it's another opportunity to turn, check in, and say, what might I do to support myself now, here, in this moment? And as we continue to transition into this practice, we might take a moment to check in and ask, why am I practicing today? What was it that drew me towards a period of practice? And if at the end of this session, I were to say, oh, that's exactly what I needed, what would have happened? This may point us towards an intention for our practice. Then maybe not. Maybe something spontaneously arises. Or maybe the answer is, I don't know why I'm practicing. Whatever it is completely okay. Approaching our practice with curiosity and kindness whenever possible. And when it's not possible, that's okay too. And so we might inquire, what is it that I'm longing for most in this life? Or what is it that I love the most? Something that calls us forward, that draws us forward in our lives. It takes care of itself. This curiosity, what is it that I'm most desiring? We might also take a moment to attune to an inner resource of well-being. And so for some of us, we might have a memory, a time when we felt safe and secure, a time when we felt at ease. Noticing the felt sense of being at ease or safe. What does that feel like as sensation in the body? If a memory is here, you might draw the memory in, the colors, the smells, the shapes. Maybe there are people present or a beloved pet. Maybe you're in nature somewhere, in the middle of a buzzing city. Maybe something else. And for some of us, we may not have a memory, and so what would it be like? Maybe we imagine a place or a time or a being that would offer us this sense of safety. It could be in this world or another. What would it be like to feel safe and secure? And for some of us, our practice today might be a time for us to begin to cultivate a sense of safety and well-being with ourselves right here in this moment. Remembering that whatever arises is completely welcome. All of you is welcome here. And so as we get curious about this sense of safety, just noticing the sensations that arise in the body. Where and how you might feel this well-being in your body as sensation, the felt sense of ease. This inner resource of well-being, always here, always available to stay with or return to whenever it's supportive in your practice. And perhaps you rest here, nourishing this sense of well-being, resting back and receiving this sense of safety and ease. Or maybe there's a curiosity about what else is here now. You might locate the body in time and space and notice the sensations that are emerging in this physical body. Perhaps you notice the outer perimeter of the body, the edges. Notice what that feels like. Maybe the gentle pressure where the body rests on the surface below. The surface rising up and the weight of the body sinking down. You might notice the temperature of the body, or maybe the texture of the fabric that might be touching the skin. And then maybe noticing any sensations arising internally. And perhaps there's the movement of digestion or elimination, respiration or reproduction. Maybe you notice the movement of sensations, beginning, unfolding, and ending. Where and how you feel sensation the strongest in your body in this moment. Remembering that my words are just an invitation. Following along if it feels supportive, and if not, letting attention go to wherever it feels is most important. Sensing and feeling whatever is there when you arrive. And if it feels okay to explore sensation in the body, you might continue on with me. And sometimes it can be helpful to invite attention to certain parts of the body that we may not feel. Or maybe we don't feel them as intensely as other parts. And if it feels okay, you might invite attention down to the feet, to the toes and the soles of the feet, the ankles. And notice what sensations emerge in the feet when you invite attention to this region of the body. Perhaps they feel numb, or maybe cool or warm. Maybe there's a particular sensation or nothing at all. Noticing with attention on the feet, does one foot feel warmer than the other foot? Maybe a difference between the 2 feet, or perhaps they feel the same. We might invite attention up into the legs, feeling the muscles of the legs as they wrap around the bones and sink down into the surface below. Feeling the fronts of the legs and the backs of the legs. And then noticing, does one leg feel heavier than the other? Sensing and feeling the raw data emerging from this region of the body. And inviting attention into the lower torso. This connection where the legs and the torso meet. Sensing the floor of the torso and the front and the back. And sensing the sides of the torso and the ceiling. And feeling the weight of the bones in the torso. Heavy, sinking towards the surface below. Noticing sensation in the arms. Can you feel where the skin of the arms end and the air around you begins? Noticing, does one arm feel lighter than the other arm? Inviting attention down into the hands, the tips of the fingers, and the backs of the hands and the palm. Sensing and feeling the left side of the right hand and the right side of the left hand. Both hands at the same time. Noticing, does one hand feel warmer than the other? Both hands and arms heavy and supported by the surface below. And sensing and feeling the neck and the head. Feeling the smoothness of the forehead as it rests against the skull. The weight of the eyes as they rest in the socket. sensing and feeling the skin of the face, and the tongue resting inside the mouth, the inner canals of the ears, the whole head and face alive with sensation. And sensing the whole front side of the body from head to toe, the whole back side of the body from the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. Sensing the left side of the body and the right side of the body, deep inside, and surface sensations. And then the whole body all at once, this unified field of sensation. Sensing and feeling what emerges. All of you is welcome, whatever is arising. Noticing how sensation is arising within awareness. Resting back into the part of you that's feeling the sensation. Changing sensation, revealing unchanging awareness. And perhaps you rest here. Or maybe there's a curiosity. What else is here now? And so if it feels okay, you might invite attention to the movement of the breath. This vital life force animating the body with sensation. And there's no need to control the breath. No need to change it or fix it or make it more or make it less. The body breathing itself. Of course, if it would feel supportive to adjust the breath in any way, please do so. This is always available to you. But if it feels okay, you might explore what it would be like to follow the breath. Not trying to control it or change it, but to follow the breath in its own way. And so perhaps you follow the next inhale from the beginning all the way up to fulfillment. And then follow the exhale as it dissolves all the way down into this space between the exhale and the inhale. And again, following the inhale and following the exhale. Maybe noticing this space in between. What does that space feel like? No need to stay long, just this curiosity. At the end of the inhale, what does that space feel like, that pause? Before the exhale slowly cascades down and dissolves into the space between the exhale and the inhale. Following the movement of the inhale, sensing the pause in between, following the movement of the exhale, and sensing the pause. Noticing, does the body like to have a longer pause at the top or a longer pause at the bottom? Maybe no pause at all, and something else. Just this curiosity when we're not trying to change or fix or control. How does the breath like to move? You might continue to stay here, following the movement of the inhale and the exhale. Or perhaps we might invite the breath into the left side of the body. And as you inhale, inhaling into the left side of the body, from the head to the toes, the ends of the limbs. Exhaling out of the left side of the body in every direction, front and back, out to the left side as far as the breath will go. Inhaling and exhaling in your own way, noticing the sensation unfolding in the left side of the body. And of course, emotions and thoughts and images will co-arise. There's no need to get rid of anything. Just this invitation to let those thoughts and emotions drift into the background. And invite the felt sense of the breath into the foreground. Whatever your experience is completely okay. And now, if it feels okay, shifting attention from the left side of the body across the midline over into the right side of the body. And on your next exhale, noticing sensation unfold in the right side of the body as you inhale. From the toes all the way up to the head, the front and the back side of the right side of the body. As you exhale, exhaling out the right side of the body. Inhale and exhale your own pace, your own way. Noticing sensation unfold in the right side of the body. All of you is welcome here. And then in your own time, in your own way, on the next inhale, inhale into one side of the body, letting the sensation unfold in this side of the body. And at the top, take a gentle pause as you shift attention and sensation across the midline of the body into the opposite side of the body. Exhaling through the opposite side of the body, sensation unfolding. And then inhaling into this opposite side of the body, a gentle pause at the top. Shifting sensation across the midline into the first side of the body again, and exhaling through the first side of the body. Moving back and forth in your own way, your own side. Alternating the side of the body as often as it feels okay for you. It could be with each breath, or maybe you pause a little longer. Maybe you stay a little longer on one side than the other. Maybe attention goes somewhere else completely. Whatever your experience is completely okay. All of you is welcome here. And after the next exhale, now invite the next breath into both sides of the body. Inhaling and exhaling, the whole body alive with sensation. Welcoming any thoughts or emotions, sensations, maybe a glimmer of well-being or ease. . And if it feels okay to continue to follow along, on your next inhale, invite sensation in the inhale into the back side of the body. And feeling the whole back side of the body, from the top of the head down to the ends of the limbs. Inhaling and exhaling out of the back side of the body. Noticing sensations that unfold, images, thoughts, emotions that might co-arise. At the end of the next exhale, shifting attention and sensation across the midline of the body into the front side of the body and inhaling into the front side of the body. Exhaling out of the front side of the body, and a few breaths here in and out of the front side of the body, noticing sensation unfolding from the ends of the limbs all the way up to the top of the head. It doesn't need to feel pleasant or good, just this curiosity. What sensation is emerging in this moment? And at the end of the next exhale, inviting the next inhale into the back side of the body. Pausing at the top. Shifting attention across the midline into the front side of the body and exhaling through the front side. Inhaling into the front side of the body. Pausing as you shift attention into the back side of the body and exhaling out of the back side. Alternating back and forth in your own way, your own time. As quickly or as slowly as feels okay for you in this moment. Noticing sensations unfolding in one side and the other. Emotions and thoughts coming and going. All of you is welcome here. And then on the next inhale, inhale into the very center of the body. And exhale out in every direction, front and back, left and right, above and below. Inhaling into the very center and exhaling outward as far as the breath will go. Your own pace, your own way. All of you is welcome. When it feels okay, letting all effort go. And again, noticing the movement of the breath as the body breathes itself. Resting back and receiving the inhale as it falls into the lungs. Resting as the exhale gently releases into the world around. And noticing the part of you that's aware of the breath. And this part of you that's receiving and witnessing. You're resting back into this awareness. Awareness, aware of itself. Noticing. sensing and feeling. Awareness, aware of itself. As awareness, noticing the movement of thought and the movement of emotions. As awareness, noticing the movement of sensation and the movement of breath. Maybe there's a movement of gratitude or well-being, of ease or contentment, or the feeling it's okay right now, right here. And what would it be like to feel it all at once? All of you is welcome here. As we transition to the end of our practice, noticing the outer edges of the body, the movement of breath, and perhaps there's some sounds in your environment that you might receive. And awareness still here. Your inner resource still here. After this experience, what do you now know is true? When it feels time to transition and end your practice, you might end with one last intentional breath, letting the air fall into the lungs on the inhale and offering it back to the world around on the exhale. And taking all the time to transition into the rest of your day. Thank you.